Now then, Mrs. Kramer, would you tell the court how long you were married?
6 years.
And would you describe those years as happy?
The first couple, yes, but after that it became increasingly difficult.
Mrs. Kramer, did you ever work in a job while you were married to your ex-husband?
No, I did not.
Did you wish to?
Yes. I tried to talk to Ted, my ex-husband, about it, but he wouldn't listen. He refuses to discuss it in any serious way. I remember one time he said I probably couldn't get a job that would pay enough to hire a babysitter for Billy.
Tell me, Mrs. Kramer, are you employed at the present time?
Yes, I work for Jansen as a sportswear designer.
And what is your present salary?
I make $31,000 a year.
Mrs. Kramer, do you love your child?
Yes. Very much.
And yet you chose to leave him?
Yes, look, during the last 5 years we were married, I was getting more and more unhappy, more and more frustrated. I needed to talk to somebody. I needed to find out if it was me, if I was going crazy, or what. But every time I turned to Ted, my ex-husband, he couldn't handle it. He became very threatened. I mean, whenever I would bring up anything he would act like it was some kind of personal attack. Anyway, we became more and more separate, more and more isolated from one another. Finally, I had no other choice, I had to leave. And because of my ex-husband's attitude, his unwillingness to deal with my feelings, I had come to have almost no self-esteem. At the time I left, I sincerely believed that there was something wrong with me, that my son would be better off without me. It was only when I got to California and started into therapy I began to realize I wasn't a terrible person. And that, just because I needed some creative and emotional outlet other than my child, that didn't make me unfit to be a mother.
Your Honor, I would like to place in evidence a report on Mrs. Kramer's therapy by her therapist, Dr. Eleanor Friedman of La Jolla, California. Mr. Kramer, why did you set up residence in New York?
Because my son is here. And his father is here. As a mother, I don't want my child to be separated from his father.
Mrs. Kramer, can you tell the court why you are asking for custody?
Because he's my child, because I love him. I know I left my son, I know that's a terrible thing to do. Believe me, I have to live with that every day of my life. But just because I'm a woman, don't I have a right to the same hopes and dreams as a man? Don't I have a right to a life of my own? Is that so awful? Is my pain any less, just because I'm a woman? Are my feelings any cheaper? I left my child, I know there is no excuse for that. But since then, I have gotten help. I have worked hard to become a whole human being. I don't think I should be punished for that. I don't think my son should be punished for that. Billy's only 6. He needs me. I'm not saying he doesn't need his father, but he needs me more. I'm his mother.
Thank you, Mrs. Kramer. I have no further questions.